Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video here we successfully complete our student fee. So right now in this video in our account management there is another option as the employee salary, right? So now in this video I want to discuss about that employee salary. So let's do that work. For doing this, first of all I want to create one of the menu in our account management. So that is in our sidebar. Now go to our sidebar. Right now we don't need this. I close everything. Okay, I close everything from this position. Here I close it. So it is the sidebar area before I have created as a account student fee. So right now I want to create another new one. I copy it and then I paste it. So that will be as a account or employee and salary. Okay, that will be as the employee salary. Perfect. So I name it as a account and then salary view. Okay, and that will be our route and active link. I also want to update that active link as the account salary view. So now we have to create this route. If you want to create this route, go to our web route, into the web route. So that is our new prefix as the accounts, right? So to the accounts area, right now I copy it. That will be our another one. I name it as the employee salary and routes. Okay, so that will be as the employee salary routes, and here I paste it. So that will be one of the view. So right now I want to copy it as the account salary view. So that will be as the account salary view. I want to update as the account and then salary and then view. Okay, so that will be our URL, and then in our I want to create another controller. I want to create another controller as a account. Okay, account and salary controller. So this type of one of the controller, first of all I want to create. So if you want to create this controller, I think you already know. Go to our project directory. I want to create one of the in our account folder. Here I want to create new controller. So that will be as a account salary controller. I want to create this type of one of the controller in our account folder. Now click as enter. Our controller created successfully. If you now go to our accounts, and there is our accounts salary controller. So into the account salary controller, first of all I want to support it. You go to our web route, and here first of all in our account I want to use it. After that I use that is in our accounts folder. I want to create one of the controller as a accounts like salary controller. So now we are able to use it as a account salary controller, right? So now I simply updated it. So that is our account salary controller. So into the account salary controller I want to create one of the page. That means one of the method. Our method will be as a account salary view. Okay, so this type of one of the method I want to create. So I want to create this method in our account salary controller. That means here. So right now I name it as a public and then function and then our method name, right? So that will be our method name. So now friend, that will be actually connected with our employees, because if you go to our employees, into the employees, if you go to the monthly salary, so right now first of all I want to support all that our employee related or student related model, because that if this needed we will use it. So I better copy it, and now after this I want to support it. Okay, here I simply support all that our that is all that our model. And also for our this account salary I want to create one of the migrations table, and also I want to create another model. Better I paste it here. I want to support this model. First of all I want to create this model that is in our same condition. I click as up button and then I name it. Okay, I name it as a account or whatever you choose. I name it as account employee salary. So this type of one of the model I want to create, and also I want to create one of the migrations table. That will be as a migrations table, right? That is account employee that is employee salary, and now click as enter. Now it will be created one of the model, and also it's created one of the migrations table. So now first of all I want to load our model. If you go to our model area, into the model folder, I have created another new model as a account employee salary. So now I copy it, and now here I simply update it. That will be as the account, that means account employee salary, right? Perfect. And also I want to create our migrations table. If you go to our database and there is a migrations, I have created another new table. That is our table as a account employee salaries. So for the account employee salary, here I want to take some of the field. Here it will be simple. I don't want to make it as a complicated. So only I want to take that our employee ID. Okay, employee underscore ID. And I make it some of the comment for you. That will be another the primary key will be our user table ID. Okay, and that is one of the foreign key. So I put another comment, I put it, that means this is the employee ID will be our user ID. Okay, that will be as user ID. Perfect. And then I want to take another field. I want to take another one as a date. So I only use the date, and the amount field will be enough. So date format, I make it as a nullable. Okay, I make it as a nullable for this field. And also I take another one as an amount. Okay, I make it as an amount, and then that will be as a nullable. Okay, I also make it as a nullable. Perfect. So employee ID will be as an integer. And then date, you can use it as a string, you can use it as a date. I make it as a string. Okay, I make it as a string, and I make it for the amount as a double. Okay, that will be as a double. Perfect. So for our account employee salary, I want to take 3 of this field. One will be as employee ID, which will be one of the foreign key of our user primary, that is a table, and that is our date, and then the amount, and I make it as integer, string, double, and date, and the amount I make it as a nullable. Okay, now I want to migrate it. Click as a save all, and then I want to migrate as a PHP artisan migrate. Now click as a enter. A migration is now successfully completed. If you now go to our database table, into the database table, I have created a new one as a account employee salaries, right? So and into the account employee salary, our employee ID is user ID, that is one of the foreign key, and the date and the amount. Perfect. So now I want to get this data. So right now we don't need this. Okay, before I have inserted this data in our account fee, and now if you go, so here I have successfully created migration this table. So right now we don't need this table, and also here we don't need this. So now we have to work in our this method, right? So here we have to work it. So it will be same. I want to get this data. So I take that data variable array, and then our variable as a all data. Okay, and then I have also created one of the models. So I have created this model as a account employee salary. So now with this account employee salary, I want to get all that our data. So right now I don't have any data, but I want to get this data and return one of the view page, right? So for the return view in our backend, I have created one of the folder as a account. So into the account folder, I want to create one of the folder. That means that is our account folder. Here I want to now create another folder as a employee salary, employee underscore salary. So this step up one of the folder I want to create, and into this folder I want to create another file as a employee salary underscore view. Okay, and then I pass that our data, pass our this data array. Perfect. So friend, that's all we have to do, right? So I get this data, and here I pass it in our view page. So into the view page, if you want to visible it, we have to into the account folder and to create another file as a employee salary. So that is our account folder. Here I want to create another new folder and name it as a employee salary. And then in our employee salary view, so that will be our file. So into the account as the employee salary folder, I want to create another new file and name it as a employee salary underscore view dot blade dot php. So that will be our file. So this file will be just like our student fee view page. So from the student fee view page, I copy everything, and now here I paste it. So now I want to update it. That is our student fee list. Now that will be as a employee salary list. Okay, employee salary list. So this type of one of the name, and then that will be as a add edit for the employee salary. So now I make it as a add edit for the employee salary. And right now I want to do here, there is a serial number I want to visible. You can also visible the ID number, name. Okay, that means that ID number will be as a employee ID number, name will be as a employee name, right? So now I make it as a ID number, name. I want to visible that amount. Okay, I want to visible that amount, and then our field as a amount, and then date. Perfect. So now it's pretty much simple as a amount, and then I want to display the date. Okay, so that will be the all. So that is our date. Perfect. So that is the ID number, serial, ID number, name, amount, and the date. So I get all the data, take the things with this variable. Here I pass it in our employee view page, into the employee view page, into the for each. I have to for each it, that means the all data key as a value, right? So now with this value I want to visible that is a before I have used that is a student, right? Now if you go there, that is our employee, that is the account employee salary. So right now we have to also create another relationship with our user table, right? So I think you already understand that part. That means into the model area, before I have created as a account student fee. Here you can see I have already created that user relationship, that means with our user table relationship. So right now I copy it, so that will be the just like that same. I copy it, and now in our this model, that means the account employee model, I open it, I simply paste it. Okay, so now I take one of the variable as a student. So right now better I want to use it as a employee or user. Okay, because of all that is get this data from our user table, all that employee data. So now I name it as a user, and user will be our that means this table, that means in our account employee salaries table, employee ID, right? So this employee ID will be matched with our user table ID. So here belongs to our user table, that is our method. So now with this method we can actually access our user table, all that fields, right? So now with this user I want to do visible in our view. So first of all, that is the ID number. So now that will be user ID number, and then with this user I want to visible that name, that means our user table field name. And then the amount will be the same with the value, right? So here we want to access it directly with the value. I want to access our this amount field. I copy it, so that will be as a amount field, and also I want to display that our date. Okay, so right now we don't need this. I remove everything, and that will be as one of the date format, and with the date format I make it as a month and the year. And our start to time will be as a value. With this value our field name as the same name, because you can see I have used that as a name as a date. So for the reasons here we don't need to change anything, everything will be just like that same, right friends? So that's all. So now first of all I want to check it. Now if you click as a save all, and now go there, now click as a refresh. Now you can see there is a new menu is added as a employee salary. So now if you click as a employee salary, perfect. So now it's redirect to our view page as a employee salary list, and there is a ID number, name, amount, and the date. Perfect. So now we have to work for our this add and the edit employee salary, right? So friend, that will be just like our employee management. If you go to that employee management, and here you can see there is an employee monthly salary. Into the employee monthly salary, you can see that I just take everything by the date, click as a search, then it's getting all that our data. So before I am actually added one of the action for the pay slip. So right now only we have to do, we have to update as a check mark. So that's the things we have to do. So that will be just like our employee monthly salary, right? That means this one. So we'll actually get this data from to this area. So right now our view page is now completed. That means our employee salary, that is our employee salary view page is now completed. So in our next video, I want to discuss about that add page. That means the add edit for the employee salary. Okay. So how can do that work in our next video? I will show you that things with a live example. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.